As aggressive wildfires continue burning across Colorado, they may have some people wondering why the state isn't bringing back its own firefighters who are deployed fighting fires in the Northwest.
Denver 7's Natalie Chuck is live near the quarry fire. And Natalie, some state officials brought this issue front and center earlier this week.
Yeah, guys, it was just a couple of days ago that here in Jefferson County, a spokesperson for the sheriff's office acknowledged hundreds of Colorado's firefighters are across the country right now fighting fires in different states. Now, we understand that it comes down to those local chiefs to make that decision to bring them home. But as one department explained to us, it is not as easy as it might sound. 3 major fires continue wreaking havoc on Colorado's Front Range. Highly specialized firefighters and helicopters coming in from out of state, helping battle the flames. Meanwhile, some of Colorado's own firefighters are not here to help.
We have 600 professional firefighters that live in Colorado that are out of state, that have deployed to other big fires in the country.
Local agencies sign up some of their crew members to a national interagency system. In times like these, with extreme fires burning in places like California and Oregon, those crews are dispatched. They are typically gone for at least 14 days.
I call upon the chiefs of the fire departments in our state to think about bringing those assets back when it's most soon practical for them, because the state of Colorado needs those resources here as well.
It's really hard to just kind of wave the wand and hope that they can just leave what they're doing to come back and facilitate the needs here.
Paul Ostroy is the fire management officer for Mountain View Fire Rescue. They have 3 crew members deployed to California's Park Fire. Multiple agencies in the state insist when crews are deployed, enough stay in Colorado to respond locally. But now we are seeing Colorado itself ask for other firefighters from out of state to come here as we fight these fires. So what really is the answer?
Certainly understand. I think one of the hardships is that our departments across the state and the nation, I don't know that we have enough personnel in general to be able to manage these large incidents that keep escalating.
On Friday, when asked his position on bringing crews back, Governor Jared Polis instead focusing on the resources already here.
As long as there's not a major shift in the wind, I feel confident that we'll be able to prevent significant additional loss of life or property.
And we do want to emphasize that all of these first responders have said they agree that being able to deploy these resources is a good thing. They say it was a massive tool for helping them fight the Marshall Fire just a couple of years ago. In Jefferson County, Natalie Chuck, Denver 7.